In front is James Patrick, and right in front of the net, Broughton will come in there. And there's the clash check as Patrick goes down.
Mark Johnson brings it down for New Jersey. And they're offside.
You know, and having watched Leach in the Olympics while I was back in Canada and seeing him play in tonight's game, it looks like, as you were talking, John, he's got great eyes. He sees the ice so well, and he's got quick release, and he's a good passer, and that's going to be a big asset to Leach in his play.
I think so. His quickness to read. Mark Johnson involved here with some pushing and shoving.
Petit goes for the puck. Can't get there. Beaten to it by the Devils. Anderson has it. Now Broughton toward the net. Deflected just wide. Rangers still can't get control. Now they're looking to knock the net off, and a whistle stops play, and we've got some pushing and shoving going on.
And New Jersey, we're going to get a power play here, but Kirk Muller may have just negated that particular play. What a move, and what a bunch of passing and quickness by the Devils getting to loose pucks. Podubny was going to get the penalty as New Jersey have quickened the pace in the second period. That puck deflected off of Sandstrom and just wide. There's Petit on top of Anderson, correct. Now Muller comes in. I thought Muller right there was going to take a penalty, but Andy Van Hellemond just now turned his head to see it.
Belichick keeping it in momentarily. Rangers get out. Ogrodnik with Leach. Ogrodnik moving in. Shot to flight. Meanwhile, there's a fight going on behind the play.
And Terry Anderson and Michel Petit. And Anderson threw about 25 haymakers. Petit buried his head and used his helmet to block them. As Anderson and Petit met right off the face-off, stayed way back behind. Now Petit gets up and tries to throw some. But Anderson's a tough guy. I talked in the first period, Doug, how Anderson seems to play just as hard on the road as he does at home.
Well, Perry, that's right. It doesn't matter where Perry
especially in Philadelphia.
And where can you get a 224-pound player with speed and intensity?
That's actually a shot that was about 2 or 3 feet high. He very seldom shoots it high. Daneyko Petit.
Boy, they're after Petit, aren't they?
Daneyko throwing him with his left hand.
Daneyko is a left-hander.
Daneyko's a tough boy. Mainly throws him with his left hand, too, I understand, as he was mixed up with Byers in Boston the other day.
I think that's what happened. Byers didn't know he was a left-hander. And
Boy, they don't like Petit, do they?
There's something there that just isn't quite... not a lot of friendship between Petit and the New Jersey Devils, as you can tell.
Washington can't beat Philly.
Watch Podubny here. He'll be going to the bench for a line change. Why not give him a slap with a stick? Boom, break the blade off, and quickly step into the penalty, into the player's box.
Dion turns. Anderson set to return, and the teams are back in full strength. And Anderson comes out and whacks Podubny. Oh, wow, did he line him up?
Pretty good body check, Sam. Podubny had no idea that Anderson was coming out of the penalty box.
I don't know if it was only a body check, John.
Podubny a little woozy. Just waved his stick back at Anderson. This may get nasty. Joe Patterson wants at Anderson now.
Yeah.
Here comes Loisel.
All right.
Did he come off the bench?
No, Petit was heading for the bench, Doug, and he came back to join the fray here.
There's 5 Rangers in the play, and there's 5 Devils in the play.
Petit was heading toward the bench on a change and came back to join, and now he's in there with Anderson. And they're going.
Boy, Petit, this is the 3rd one that he's been involved with.
Oh, he's taking the worst of it, but he's getting a couple in there.
One of the Devils has just been ushered off, as has Patterson, by the linesman. That's why these two are allowed to throw so many punches.
O'Callahan and Patterson have been sent off to the locker rooms.
Whole thing started when Anderson stepped out of the penalty box and hammered Podubny. Podubny appealing to Van Hellemond here now. Anderson has won a couple of battles in this game, but his team has lost the war.
You know, Petit has attracted a lot of attention.
Oh, he sure has. Oh, he really has. He's a mean man with his hockey stick, and he does attract a lot of attention. McIver dumps the puck in the zone, and Podubny was hammered by Anderson. That's an interference call. The puck was not near Walter Podubny when it happened. Again, well, watch this. As the puck is shot in, Anderson reaches out and catches Podubny. That's a good 10 feet away from the puck. And that should have been a penalty.
And Van Helmen was right there.
That's right. Now the plays keep going. And there'll be a stoppage, and Podubny will skate by Anderson. Actually, right now, stick him a little bit. Actually, both of them stick each other. Patterson will come in from the right. He's come off the bench on a line change, wants to go to Anderson. Anderson didn't want to drop his gloves with Patterson, and then Loiselle stepped in.
So now we got 2:09 to go. Is Jersey going to pull the goaltender?
See, Patterson wants to go with Anderson. Anderson doesn't want to drop his sticks or his gloves, and Loiselle steps in. And now everybody gets involved. The linesman did a nice job breaking everything up.
Nice feed for Patrick. And he's hauled down. The penalty call. Should be a penalty shot. A goal.
Actually, it ends up being a goal.
Yeah, if it's a penalty shot, it's a goal.
When you have a penalty shot awarded, okay, it's an empty net. It ends up being a goal. And Patrick appears to be all right. Tough to miss the net on a penalty shot with no goaltender. That's right. So the Rangers will get a credit. There you go. We'll get a goal. John Maloney with a nice play, just to shovel the puck ahead of Patrick and allow him to skate into it. And you'll see Daneyko just simply tackled James Patrick, and Patrick will get credit for his second goal of the game, his 16th on the season. Patrick went into the ice hard. Oh, man. You see his face. When he was tackled, his head banged right onto the ice surface, and he is cut above the right eye. On the eyebrow.
James Patrick has been a dominant player.
Oh, tonight. He's been a great player tonight.
10 seconds to go. It is 7-4 Rangers. As Patrick is awarded the goal.
Watch his head hit the ice as his arms are tied up. Boom.
Oh, man.
He went in hard. It appears to be all right as he heads towards the Rangers locker room.
7-4 is the final. The Rangers now lead the Devils by 1 point with 2 games in hand. And our 3 stars of the game: Sandstrom 3, Leach 2, and Patrick 1. As Van Beesbrook, the winning goaltender, the Rangers a 7-4 victory. We'll be right back.